Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Good morning. How's everybody doing today? There we go. Good morning. My name is Alisabeth Nash, and I'm here to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living, Tacoma, those in person and those online. We are so glad you're here with us today. Our musicians today are Benny Yangco on the clarinet, which was amazing, and our special musical guest, Diann Spencer with Eugene Bien on piano. Our audiovisual team is Erik, Perrohe, and Ronald. Our practitioners today are Angelina O'Connor on platform and Mona Williams holding High Watcher Consciousness virtually. Thank you to our greeters, Franklin Gillard and Ty Minkler, who met you with a smile as you came in the door, and to Sherry Gillard and her helper, who are teaching and caring for our children. Thank you to Taylor Webb, who is with our teens as well. Also, thank you to Tracy Klein for coordinating our coffee service. Our speaker today is Reverend Dr. Linda Reppond. Okay, so please see your announcements for important information about all the fantastic things happening here at CSL Tacoma. And for the folks joining us online, please visit our website, csltacoma.org, and explore the heading, What We're Up To. Practitioners will be in the room at the back after service holding a prayer circle. Please join them if you have a need for prayer. If you are new today and are comfortable raising your hand. Anyone? There, excellent. Welcome. Please do so we can say hello and give you a welcome packet. We also invite you to join us after service for refreshments and authentic connections. The Center for Spiritual Living Tacoma is a peaceful, loving, and joyful spiritual community connected through a shared set of values, principles, and practices. We awaken and embody an understanding of our oneness with Source and all of life. We are committed to individual transformation, healthy relationships, and being a beneficial presence in our community and the planet. Our vision is to create a world that is thriving in harmony. Your presence makes a positive difference, and you are most welcome here. And now it's time for our minister's moment.
I'm really happy to be here. It's between Christmas and New Year's. This is that we're in that space that always seems like time that's not time. That's kind of where we are. I would like to talk about a couple of things, but before I do that, where's Sue Bob? Sue Bob is right here. We're going to do New Year's Eve here, and Sue Bob is going to tell you all about how it's going to work, and it's a great place to come spend New Year's with great people. Come do it.
If you have ever wanted to challenge our operations director, Leslie, to a game of dominoes, be here Wednesday night. We'll be starting at 6 and maybe going till about 9. We'll be playing board games, having some snacks. It's a family event, so no alcohol. We'll supply the non-alcoholic beverages and some snacks, but you can bring snacks too if you want. And we'll just, start the new year with connections with our friends and some laughs and have a good time to get the new year on a right foot. And Sharon has even said we may have a little dancing at the end. So if you have any songs to put on the dance playlist, let me know, and I'll do that. Also, next Sunday after service is our first Sunday potluck. The theme is a fresh start, so take that how you will, whether it's fresh food or fresh recipes or a fresh spin on an old recipe or bringing something that you haven't brought before. So there are sign-up sheets. I'll start passing them around. Please keep them circulating, and we'll get together next Sunday, too, and have a good time. Thank you.
But before we do, I give the written gratitudes from last week. My gratitude is really that our beloved Cindy and Vicki are back. I told them this morning that it's been quite a few months, and every week I look over in those chairs because that's their spot. I'm like, still not here, but today they are. So welcome back. Here's some gratitudes from last week. A dry day to get outside in, which is today too. Visiting good friends, activities at CSL that are healing and fun. I'm grateful for the community that is CSL Tacoma, my daughter and her baby, the birds and their song in the backyard. This one's mine. For the birth of my new granddaughter. Grateful for healthy mom and baby. If they show up today, I'll stop the service for them, just so you know. Grateful for being welcomed with open arms by people I haven't met before. I'm grateful for a roof over my head, a surge of money that God has provided at the time I needed it. I'm grateful for the abundance around me. Sometimes I feel like nothing is working out, and I only focus on the thing that I hate, on the things that I don't have, sorry. But really, I love all that I do have. I have all that I need, and I have more than enough. I'm grateful for the choice to do better, the choices that I have to create, and I have so I'm trying to read here, I really can. The choice is to create the life my way. The choice to give back in the ways that I can. And I'm grateful for the chance to be me and the life that I've been given. It is a real gift to be here. And here's the last one, graduating and surviving grad school and getting a 2-week vacation. If you don't know about these, they're in the seat pocket in front of you. And if you would just like to write something that you're grateful for today, do that. If you would like prayer, have a prayer request, the flip side of it is a prayer request, and that goes to our practitioners who pray for you specifically for the thing that you're asking for. So make use of those and just put it in the offering plate when it comes by. Another thing that I want to just touch on is we are in the middle of our pledge campaign. And I am a big pledger. I believe in pledging. I believe in tithing. I believe in giving. And I just want to say, at the core of it is there is a law of correspondence. There is a law of reciprocity. There is a law that says that things go around and come around, that karma, they call that karma too. That as we give, we prime the pump to receive. Maybe I'll work on my words before I have to give my talk. How about that? So it is by our active giving, which this is the season of giving, but our active giving that opens the space in our hearts and in our souls and in our actual lives to receive more. And as long as you're going to do the giving, why not do it here? This is a good place to give to because it feeds me in so many ways. It feeds all of us in so many ways. And so in that act of giving, give wherever you feel fed. Give wherever you feel the abundance to give. And you'll be surprised that there's always enough. When you give, there's always enough for what you needed on the way. I promise. The pledge campaign is how we know in this organization that we have enough money to do what we want to do. So we don't really get the budget complete until we know how much is pledged to come in. Sometimes more comes in, but we don't count on that till it comes. So your pledges allow our leadership council to do their job well. I think that's it. Was there more? No, there's always more, but there'll be a talk coming later. So let's go on to music.
Good morning, everyone. Good in-between time. So I have a reading from an ancient Sufi poet, Hafiz. Now is the time to know that everything you do is sacred. Now is the time to understand that all your ideas of right and wrong are like a child's training wheels to be laid aside. Then you can live with complete integrity and love. Now is the time for the world to know that every thought and action is sacred. This is the time for you to experience the possibility that there is nothing but grace. So in this in-between time, let's go within. If you're comfortable with your eyes closed or soft gaze, so you can experience that inside quality in you. In this sacred time, and all time is sacred, as Hafiz told us, there's an opening happening. We're opening into a new year, and that's symbolic of what's happening within our beingness. Because this one source of everything offers this opportunity again and again to open, to receive whatever it is there, all that good, all that grace, everything that's sacred. So I know this one source is all there is in the whole universe, and it is in every part of creation. There is nothing outside of that. And all are opening into that fullness, that richness this time of year brings to us, that opens us into something new. And I know that this is in me. It's like I'm standing on a precipice, looking out across the horizon, looking down, looking around. And there is nothing but possibilities there. And in full trust, I say yes. And if this is true for me, we all are standing on the precipice together. All of creation is waiting for that next sacred thing to present itself so that that grace can be shown on us at all times. So as I feel that within each person here, within each person online, within all of creation itself, I know that this is the gift of this time of year. This is our gift to open into whatever possibility it is that is calling to you. Listen, listen. It's whispering or maybe shouting out to pick me, pick me. Listen and open into whatever that calling is. It's your birthright. No one will miss anything if you take what you belong to. Because there's enough for all. No lack. Only love. Only an unending love that stretches across that whole horizon, across all of creation, beyond what we can see, all throughout the whole universe. That love that's in your heart is that whole thing everywhere. Inseparable. And I am grateful to know this. I am grateful that new opportunities present themselves over and over again, and that Spirit calls. This is what's next. Come, this is what's next. To have you more full and exuberant life that all deserve, that all love, that all live in this sacred moment. And I release this into that divine law that says, yes, yes, bring it on, yes. And with that I say, and so it is.
Wow. Thank you, Diann. That was amazing. I am so happy that baby showed up. You weren't here when I talked about what I'm grateful for, but that's her. That's the grandbaby over there. That's the mama. The mama's not holding, the mama's next to her. Whew. I gotta say, this is traditionally my favorite week of the year. And it's because it is that liminal space. And do you know what the word liminal means? I looked it up. Occupying a position at or on both sides of a boundary or a threshold. I was in the liminal space between past and present. Or, second definition, relating to a transitional or initial stage of a process, that liminal period when a child is old enough to begin following basic rules but still too young to do it consistently. Liminal. So it's a time that's pregnant with possibility. And I have to say this because not only is Haley here, but my friend Suzanne is here. And both of them were part of my ministry in Berkeley called the Launching Pad, which is a young adult spiritual community. And for many years, we hosted a meditation retreat between Christmas and New Year's, and ending on New Year's Day, which for young adults was kind of a different thing, because the alternative was, going out and getting drunk on New Year's Eve, and they kind of wanted something more out of life than that. And so we created this time and space to be together in retreat and do the thing that I always do, but I got to do it with people. So we're going to kind of do that today. We're going to do some of that stuff, but we're going to do it together. That the reflection of what has been and the anticipation of what might be coming ahead. This is the time to sit in the juice of all that. Are you up for it? Okay, we're literally going to do this kind of as a workshop. So the greeters are passing out pieces of paper. Don't jump ahead, just stay with me here. But we're going to go through these together throughout the service, and just a time to reflect on where you've been and where you might be headed. Now, I know a lot of people, myself included, have resistance to the whole idea of New Year's resolutions. Because what it speaks of is years and years of, starting something and failing. The diet that lasted till the second week of January, and, sometimes even to February. The exercise plan that went by the wayside, whatever. That at some point, many of us went, I'm just not going to make resolutions. That's like a guaranteed, way to beat myself up for the rest of the year. This is not that. We're not going to do that. Because that is indeed a recipe for failure, because it's how I'm going to make myself better without changing really anything. That's kind of what a resolution is. I'm gonna like do this forever and ever, every day, for the rest of my life. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen that way. But what I do want to do is just spend a little time at a deeper level, looking at what is it in me that got sparked, lost, changed in the year that is just completing. Like, what was 2025 in my life? Now, there are pundits going to be on, every channel for the next few days talking about 2025. It's the best songs of the year, the best books of the year, the worst politicians of the year. Everybody's got all of the superlatives. But that's not the personal part. The personal part is like, what was this year to me? So let's start with, I want to invite you to get the pencils or pen if you haven't it with you, but there are pencils on the seat back in front of you. And just in your own personal, you do not have to share this with anybody. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. This is a chance for you to really, at a core level, look inside you. And start with, what are the roles, identities, or expectations that you've been loosening, even if you haven't fully released them yet? Change rarely happens in an instant. Perhaps you've been noticing that you're outgrowing an identity that has been with you for a long time. Perhaps you have outgrown ways that you identify yourself or other people identified you as, like, maybe you've always been disorganized or always late. Or, there are things that were like, you just know this about them, that they're that way. But it doesn't fit you anymore. You're not that person anymore. And it may be even a more core identity. Maybe you're the person who is always expected to make peace between the factions of your family. Maybe you're the person that is always going to hold it together no matter what. And that doesn't fit anymore. Like your soul is sort of pressing against that identity that once was a comfortable, like, oh, this is me, so I'm doing what I always do. And it doesn't fit anymore? Did anybody relate? Okay. If just look at what those might be. Just notice. And sometimes it's enough to just tell yourself the truth. You don't necessarily have to change anything or do anything differently, but just notice and speak the truth to yourself. Write it down. This role's too little for me now. I'm done with this. I'm going to give you a minute to do that. Just sit with yourself. Ready to move on to the next one? Yes. All right. Again, looking back at 2025, what do you choose to release without bitterness? For many years as a manager, I noticed that when it was time for people to let go of a position or to leave the organization, they very often had to find a way to leave mad. It wasn't okay to just leave. You know, they would create some big, kerfuffle or do something stupid so they'd get fired, start a fight. They would do something so that when they could leave, stomp out the door. And that was the only way they really had permission to leave. And if you think about it, a lot of us do that in relationships, in lots of places, in where we live, and how we work, all of those things. So is there something in your life that you want to release and that you can find a way to release without being bitter or mean or mad? What can you release easily and just let it go? I'm going to give you a minute with that one too. Alrighty, let's move on to the next one. Who do you need to forgive to release yourself for the future? Now remember, forgiving isn't about doing something for the other person. It's not cutting them loose or giving them a pass or letting them off the hook in any way. Forgiveness is about you. It's about how you let go of what you're holding on to about that situation or that person or whatever that allows you to find peace and to move on. Maybe it requires a conversation or confronting the situation or the person. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just a within you thing. But wouldn't it be great to start 2026 by snipping all those cords. Just letting them fly out the back with 2025, bye-bye. And started with a clean energy. Who is it? And is it more than one? Maybe there's a public figure that you've loved to hate on. Just saying. Who do you need to forgive so that you can release yourself? Okay, that's it for the rearview mirror. We're going to start looking ahead. I think don't you flip the paper over for that? There are two sides here? All right. What kind of attention, spiritual, moral, creative, does your life seem to be asking for now? Don't you believe at a soul level that you always know what you need? I think we do. I think our soul knows and is pulling us toward the path that is ours to walk. And we can lie to ourselves, we can pretend not to know. And I know for me, sometimes I'm doing that because if I let myself know, then I have to do something about it. I don't want to do that, so I just pretend none of it's there. And some of the things that require attention might be really simple. I know for me, I need to go outside every day. I need to breathe real air. Just walk on some grass, hug a tree. I need to it doesn't even have to be a long time. Thankfully, I have a dog that has to go out frequently, so I go outside every day because my dog needs me to. But sometimes it's more life-altering. Maybe it's an addiction. Alcohol, porn, internet, shopping, doom scrolling, all of those things might be things that your life is asking you to allow something new to come in. We'll get to the releasing part, but right now, what is it that is wanting to be expressed as you? Maybe it's a creative endeavor. Ready for next? Okay. You know, you can keep working on this. If there's something that you're just kind of trying to dive in on and just you're circling around it, take this home with you. You got time. Take time. The next one is, what distractions are you being invited to release? I just named some of them. What are the things that kind of take over your day without a plan? Maybe it's TV, maybe it's Facebook, maybe it's shopping. What are the things that hours go by and you're like, holy cow, I did not mean to be sitting in this chair this long. And you just kind of go down a rabbit hole. I do. What would it look like to begin the process, I'm not saying forever, begin the process of releasing those distractions? I think most of us know about dry January. It's a chance to take a break from whatever alcohol behavior you might have been doing. Just try it for a month, get a reset. You can do the same thing by uninstalling an app on your phone. If you Candy Crush is your default, every time you've got nothing to do. How about uninstalling that app for a month? Or Facebook or whatever. What about, isn't it you that did this, Haley, of no shopping for January? Like that last year. It was like, we're not going to go to the store because we have too much stuff in our house already. I'm not saying that you have to. What I will say is that I think it's important to tell yourself the truth about what is distracting you, and to allow yourself to just go one level deeper and ask, what am I distracting myself from? What am I pretending not to know? What am I unwilling to do? What's the layer beneath the distraction? Because the distraction becomes habit. It's just, it's a thing. It's the default that you go to when you're not doing anything else. But it's there for a reason. What's the reason? Moving ahead. What practice could help you remain present in the unfolding of what's next? Now, you know, if you're at the Center for Spiritual Living, we're going to talk about meditation and prayer. That's our like gospel here. But it can be more than that too. What is it that is a practice that perhaps you've done it before in your life and it's kind of like gone by the wayside? What are the things that allow you to honor yourself, to stay present, to stay centered? And you know, when you let go of the distractions, you have time to do that thing that you've been saying, I don't have time to do that anymore. Well, that's because the distraction took over. I'm not lying, you know that. What are those things that bring you to presence? It might even be a bubble bath. It might be just giving thanks before every meal. It could be something really small like that. I think for many of us that have had a practice, it's really to block out the time and sit on the cushion every day. Take the time. If it's 5 minutes, if it's 10 minutes, if it's an hour, whatever the time is you commit, do it religiously. Do it without fail. Do it when your brain is just jumping all over the place. And it's like, I didn't really meditate. I just sat on this cushion and did my to-do list. But you sat on the cushion. That's the thing. Tomorrow you may sit on the cushion and actually have a practice. But if you don't do the thing that you are committing to do, that's when it begins to unravel. Are you nodding because you've had that experience? There's a lot of nods out here. I'm seeing them. Wouldn't it be good to be at this moment of next year, December 2026, and go, you know, life is very different. I wonder what it was. Maybe it was that practice I did every day. Maybe it was that 20 minutes that I sat down before I got up and took off for the day. And lastly, I think that's last, it is. If you were to name one quiet vow for the year ahead, not a goal, but a posture, a way of being, what would it be? Okay, so this is not a to-do list. And it's not something you have to decide right now unless it immediately came to you and it's crystal clear. For me, I choose this year to listen more deeply. I want to be a listener that listens to other people and listens to myself more than I've done in the past. I just want to become a better listener. That's mine. But I invite you to just look at that, sit with that. Is there anybody that knows immediately what it is that would like to share it out loud? Cindy. Being present. That kind of says it all. Yeah.
Trusting myself.
Trusting myself.
I dedicate my year to taking great care of myself.
Taking great care of myself. That's profound. Subhan, were you? Nope. Oh, hi. Yes.
Ask the right questions.
Ooh, ask the right questions. Yes. You. Remembering my worth. Wow, yes, yes, yes. Is there something that you can do to set this before you in a visible kind of way? I would encourage you to find a way to put that someplace you're going to see it. I am fond of putting things across the steering wheel of my car because I'm in there a lot. You can write it in lipstick across your mirror in the bathroom. However you want to do it, find a way to have that quiet vow be something that you revisit often. If it's very private, maybe you just want to write it in your journal, that you look at it every time you open your journal. But maybe you're ready to sing it from the rooftops. I mean, some of you are already ready to say it out loud. I just want to invite you, as this next few days carries us deeper and deeper into our inner space, into that choices about what's ahead, to do this prayerfully, to do this at a soul level, beyond the to-do list, beyond the resolution phase, and into just how is it I want to show up as me in the world. Not little me, God self me, big me, my whole self. How is it I want to show up in the world? And do it. Answer the question and then step into that version of myself. I am going to be that person, starting right now. Let's pray. Just allowing that infinite presence that is so potently present in this space to inhabit my entire being, recognizing that essence of the divine, that love itself, is the truth of my life, of the life of each person here. Right down to the cellular level, we are made of that God stuff. The wholeness, the light, the love, the richness of God lives right here as each of us. And so it is from that God self space that we do this reflection, that we do this letting go of what is ready to be released and reach into what is ready to be expressed, what our soul is calling us forward to, what is the yes of my life at this moment. And so I know absolutely that that divine essence of each of us knows the answers to our questions, knows the path, knows the future that is unfolding as us, and is calling us into that path. And for me, my soul says yes. And I say that for every person here. The opportunity is there for your soul to say yes. Yes, yes. I don't know how. I don't need to know how. That's not my department. That's God's department. The what is my own yes into life. I am so grateful to be in this community of people that are asking these questions, who are contemplating these thoughts, these intentions, this soul calling in such a prayerful and deliberate way. And I am so excited to see the year unfold for each of us, for us as the community of CSL Tacoma. We are that, expressing, God expressing as us in community. And it's so good. I'm so grateful. Thank you, God. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Could our greeters come forward? This is that time of giving back, that reciprocity I was talking about. This is your opportunity to give back to this amazing community. And I invite you to say these words with me. We're going to do that. It's up there, right? It's going to be there in a second. To say our blessing with us. Here it is. Divine love through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive with infinite gratitude. So it is. Thank you.
First of all, I need to say a few words about this next piece. In the program, there is an omission there. Our esteemed soprano guest, Miss Diann Spicer, should be the lead and not Benny Yangco. As a matter of fact, originally this piece was composed as part of a larger piece by Antonio Vivaldi named Gloria. And the guy, my role, I was not supposed to be here anyway. Supposed to be an oboist or a flute or a violinist. And usually the oboist is sitting at the very back of the orchestra. And it's the soprano who is featured for it. So I would like for you to understand that the correction. And we are really fortunate to have her with us
Yes,
today.
indeed.
Oh, it's actually for oboe violin, but I'm playing the clarinet. So.
All right. that it returns to us multiplied abundantly. Thank you. Yes. Thought you were going to do that part. All right. We'll make it up as we go.
Oh my. My heart is very full. The music is beautiful. Thank you for all the music that's been provided. Thank you for all those that are present here today. Each of you have a heart as wide as the world. And it even grows and grows in every moment. And let us go into prayer. So I'll close my eyes to focus in. And I know that everything that has happened here today has touched each person in a deep way, whether it be in person, whether it be online, whether it be listened to later. And it goes out into this whole universe. That love and presence of that divine is everywhere and is in and through and around each creation. There is no escaping it because it is what is there, always, always present, always available, and always loving. And I'm very grateful for everyone involved in the service, for Reverend Linda and her message today, to look inside and to celebrate what happened last year, letting go of things we no longer need and embracing things that will draw us closer to the truth of who we are. Because that truth will set us completely free in that love and peace. And in gratitude, I say yes. Spirit says yes, and I let it go. And with that, I say, and so it is.
Go have a great liminal week. And come join us for fun and games and community on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.